Ticket prices to see the rivals play are the most expensive for a WNBA game ever, according to TickPick.
Because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home. So you have two.
Did you know there's a new queen of assists in the WNBA? Caitlin Clark is dishing out 8.4 assists per game, leading the entire league. But that's not even the craziest part. This girl went from barely making the second team to unanimous Rookie of the Year and first team All-WNBA. How's that for a comeback? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about Clark's journey. She started off shaky, barely making waves. But then, boom, she turned it around so fast, it's like she hit the turbo button.
Each week, I picked Stephen A's WNBA Player of the Week, but this week, I'm not picking just one player. I'm picking the top 2 WNBA record-setting rookies. Reese finished with 16 points and season-high 18 rebounds for the Skyros, snapped a 4-game losing streak, by the way.
You know what's even crazier? It's not just about her personal success. Clark's changing the whole game for the Indiana Fever. Imagine this. The Fever started 2-9, looking like they were headed nowhere. Then Clark steps up, and suddenly they're in the playoff mix. That's insane. She's not just changing her own story, she's rewriting the entire team's season. And the league? They're on notice. Clark's here, and she's not playing around. You think that's impressive? Wait till you hear about the game that had 20,000 fans on their feet. Speaking of impressive, let's talk about the night Caitlin Clark turned the basketball world upside down. Imagine a rookie stepping onto the court against a powerhouse team, with no one expecting what was about to unfold. How does a first-year player manage to outshine seasoned pros and etch her name in the record books? Picture this, Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising star, facing off against the New York Liberty. The air's thick with tension, and you can feel something big's about to happen. Clark's been making waves.
4 games. Clark connects on a 3.
Just for that reason, off of a screen, give her just an inch. She just needs to find a way to get a little bit of space.
Here's Clark turning the corner.
But this game, it's about to become legendary. From the tip-off, Clark's on fire. She's zipping passes, sinking shots, and snagging rebounds like it's no big deal. But here's the kicker. As the game progresses, people start whispering. Are they seeing what they think they're seeing? Fast forward to the fourth quarter. The Fever's down by 11. Things are looking rough, but Clark, she's just getting started. With 7 minutes left on the clock, it happens. Clark grabs her 10th rebound, and the crowd goes wild. Why? Because she's just done something no rookie in WNBA history has ever done before. Let's break it down. 19 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds. That's right, folks. Caitlin Clark just dropped a triple-double in her rookie season. And not just any triple-double, the first one ever by a rookie in the WNBA. How's that for making an entrance? But wait, it gets better. This wasn't just a personal victory for Clark. It was a game changer for the whole Fever franchise.
All night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Zach Benley lays it.
You see, in their entire history, no Fever player had ever recorded a triple-double until now. Clark didn't just break a rookie record. She broke a team record too. Now, you might be thinking, sure, but how much did it actually matter? Well, let me tell you. The Fever were down 11 points early in the fourth quarter. It looked like game over. But then, boom! Clark leads an 11-0 run, and suddenly, the Fever are back in it. They end up winning 83-78, and it's all thanks to Clark's historic performance. After the game, Clark's all humble about it. She's not out there bragging. Instead, she's giving credit where it's due. She says obviously it's really cool. I mean, my teammates have been finishing the ball really at a high rate. My assist numbers is because of them. That's class right there, folks. But let's be real. This game, it changed everything. Suddenly, Clark wasn't just another promising rookie. She was a force to be reckoned with. People who doubted her, they were eating their words. And those who believed in her from the start, they were feeling pretty smug. This triple-double didn't just pad Clark's stats. It shifted the whole conversation about her potential in the league. Suddenly, she wasn't just in the running for Rookie of the Year. She was a front-runner, going toe-to-toe with other standout rookies like Angel Reese. And the fans? They couldn't get enough. Remember that game against the Las Vegas Aces I mentioned earlier? The one with over 20,000 fans? That wasn't a fluke. Clark was drawing crowds wherever she went.
This week, Reese recorded her 7th consecutive double-double to set a WNBA rookie record Thursday as the Chicago Sky eased past the Dallas Wings.
People weren't just coming to watch a game anymore. They were coming to see Caitlin Clark make history. Think about it. In one game, Clark went from being a promising rookie to a record-breaking sensation. She showed she could hang with the best of them, and then some. It wasn't just about the numbers. It was about the impact, the way she elevated her team, the way she excited the fans, the way she changed the game. Hold up, though. Clark's journey wasn't all smooth sailing. You know how they say, the higher you climb, the harder you fall? Well, Clark was about to learn that lesson the hard way. But here's the kicker. It's what she did next that really blew everyone's minds. Just when everyone thought Caitlin Clark had the WNBA figured out, she hit a massive speed bump. Imagine this. You're leading the league in assists, you're the talk of the town, and then bam! You suddenly become the turnover queen. That's exactly what happened to Clark, and it nearly derailed her entire rookie season. Here's the shocking part. Clark committed more turnovers in her first 18 games than any player in WNBA history during a 20-game stretch. Let that sink in for a second. The same player who was dishing out assists like they were going out of style was also handing the ball over to the other team at a record-breaking pace. How does that even happen? You can bet the critics were having a field day. They were questioning everything. Her decision-making, her ability to handle the pace of the pro game, even her future in the league. It was like watching a roller coaster in real time. One minute, Clark's on top of the world. The next, she's struggling to keep her head above water. But here's where it gets really interesting. How do you think Clark responded to all this pressure? Did she crumble? Did she let the doubters get in her head? No way. This girl's got ice in her veins. Instead of backing down, Clark doubled down. She hit the practice court harder than ever, determined to fix her turnover problem. And guess what? It worked. Clark didn't just improve, she transformed her game. Remember how she was struggling with her shot early on? Well, since June, she's been shooting 41% from three-point range. That's not just good, that's elite-level shooting. It's like she flipped a switch and suddenly couldn't miss. But it wasn't just about shooting. Clark had to learn how to handle the increased defensive pressure. Teams started trapping her more, trying to force her into mistakes. But instead of panicking, Clark adapted. She figured out how to use that pressure against her opponents, creating even more scoring opportunities for herself and her teammates. You know what's really wild? Through all of this, Clark never lost sight of what makes her special, her ability to create for others. Even when she was struggling with turnovers, she kept pushing, kept looking for ways to set up her teammates. That's the kind of mentality that separates good players from great ones. And her coach? She never lost faith. In fact, Coach Christy Sides doubled down on Clark. She said, Caitlin Clark needs to shoot a minimum of 15 shots a game for us. That's a coach who knows what she's got. A player who can change the game every time she touches the ball. Now, let's be real for a second. What Clark went through, that's not unusual for rookies in the WNBA. The jump from college to the pros is no joke. The game is faster, the players are stronger, and the pressure is out of this world. But what is unusual is how quickly Clark turned things around. Most players take a whole season, maybe even longer, to adjust. Clark did it in a matter of weeks. Think about it. She went from setting turnover records to leading her team back into playoff contention. That's not just impressive. That's the kind of stuff legends are made of. It's like Clark took all that criticism, all those doubts, and used them as fuel. She didn't just get better. She came back stronger than ever. And you know what the craziest part is? This is just the beginning. Clark's only a rookie. She's already shown she can handle adversity, adapt her game, and come out on top. Imagine what she'll be capable of with a few more years of experience under her belt. Clark's dominating, sure, but there's another rookie who's grabbing headlines and rebounds at a historic rate. The race for Rookie of the Year is heating up, and it's sparking a rivalry that could define the next era of the WNBA. Who's got the edge? Enter Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky's rebounding machine. This girl's not just good, she's breaking records left and right. Reese is leading the entire WNBA in rebounding, pulling down an insane 13.1 boards per game. And double-doubles? She's racked up 24 of them, including a mind-blowing streak of 15 in a row. That's not just rookie good, that's all-time great territory. So now, we've got two rookies, both playing out of their minds. Clark's dishing out assists like candy on Halloween, while Reese is treating every rebound like it's the last piece of pizza at a party. It's like watching two superheroes duke it out, except instead of capes, they're wearing jerseys. Now you might be thinking, okay, but Clark's got the assist record, surely that gives her the edge. Not so fast. See, Reese isn't just padding her stats. She's making a real impact on her team. The Chicago Sky went from being just another team to a serious playoff contender. and a lot of that is thanks to Reese's dominance on the boards. But here's where it gets really juicy. You've got fans and analysts split right down the middle. Some are Team Clark all the way, pointing to her triple-double and her ability to make everyone around her better. Others are riding the Reese train, arguing that her consistency and physical dominance are changing the game in a different but equally important way. And just when you thought this rivalry couldn't get any more intense, enter Chennedy Carter with the comment heard round the WNBA world. Carter, not one to mince words, basically called Clark a one-trick pony, questioning what she brings to the table beyond her three-point shooting. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Now, you'd think a comment like that would rattle Clark, right? Wrong. Instead of getting into a war of words, Clark let her game do the talking. She didn't just improve her shooting, she became a force all over the court. It's like she took that criticism and turned it into rocket fuel for her game. Meanwhile, Reese kept doing what she does best, dominating the paint and grabbing every rebound in sight. It's like watching two different styles of basketball excellence going head-to-head. Clark's all about finesse and court vision, while Reese is pure power and determination. As the season wound down, the debate only got hotter. Every game, every stat line, every highlight reel play from either player sent social media into a frenzy. You couldn't log on to Twitter without seeing someone arguing about who deserved Rookie of the Year more. But here's the thing about awards. There can only be one winner. And when the dust settled, when all the votes were counted, it was Caitlin Clark standing tall. Not just Rookie of the Year, mind you. We're talking unanimous Rookie of the Year and first team All-WNBA. That's the kind of debut season most players can only dream about. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean Reese's season was any less incredible. She's still a force to be reckoned with, and you can bet she'll be using this as motivation to come back even stronger next year. But Clark? She didn't just win an award. She made a statement. She told the entire WNBA, "I'm here, I'm for real, and I'm just getting started." Think about what this means for the league. You've got two young superstars, both bringing something unique to the table, both capable of filling seats and lighting up highlight reels. This isn't just about one season or one award. This is about the future of the WNBA. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's journey. This girl went from struggling rookie to league superstar faster than you can say triple-double. She's not just good, she's changing the game. Clark's averaging 24 points and 8.5 assists per game since August. That's insane. But it's not just about the stats. Clark's bringing new fans to the WNBA. People are filling arenas just to see her play. And her coach? She says Clark's the most competitive player she's ever met. That's high praise. You know who Clark's being compared to? Diana Taurasi. Yeah, that Diana Taurasi. We're talking legend status here. Clark's not just a rookie sensation. She's potentially the future face of the WNBA. With her skills and popularity, who knows how she'll shape the league in the years to come. One thing's for sure, the future of women's basketball is looking bright, and it's got Caitlin Clark written all over it.